It's a beautiful afternoon and welcome to your favorite social media program, The Buzz. I am Rose Blossom. It's exciting to be here as always because we're talking about the state and affairs of the country. I want you to know that we have our YouTube channels up and running and we're streaming live. You can also download Galaxy Television app from Google Play Store or Apple Play Store to watch this program live. And of course, I have my girl as usual, Covenant. Good afternoon. How you doing?
Good afternoon. I like the one twinning. No, I saw it but I just like the one twinning dresses. Anyways, it's so beautiful to be here, and you are officially welcome to The Buzz. And yeah, we have amazing guests. I'll not call them, should I call them regular, but still special. We have a special guest in our midst today, but I'll let Rose Blossom do the introduction.
Okay, all right. I'm going to start from my far right is Segun Shokpito, who is a business and a financial consultant. Also, he is the chairman of Boat Act Network. Welcome to the show, sir. Good afternoon.
Thank you.
It's good to see you.
Always good to be here. Every time that I come here, things that we alive.
Very true.
I'm going to be grateful to God for.
Yes. Okay, and we have Nuruddin Adigbo, who is a senior journalist, a lecturer, and a social analyst. Welcome to the show, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, and good to be here.
Yes, it's amazing because Mr. Nuruddin is actually not wearing his usual native.
I was just about to say, oh my God.
He's wearing corporate. That is something we need to pop champagne for. So why the change? What's happening?
Well, you know, when you do a job that is not compulsory, you should put on one attire.
Yeah.
So at times, and when you are very comfortable wearing it, as a journalist, they won't give you any specific.
At all.
They are not bankers. So I think around that, at times, you just want to, maybe by your mood.
Okay, just change something. Okay, this is good. Okay, all right, we have so many amazing topics, and trust me, today I will try and make sure that we touch every one of them. So yeah, I know, because even on that two topics, it's going to take the whole time. But don't worry, we'll try and manage our time today. So let's wait. We talked about the Obasa impeachment yesterday, so we have to do a continuity today because we want to hear more analysis to that topic. So quickly, can you briefly just read up on Obasa's impeachment?
All right, members of the Lagos State House of Assembly have impeached Speaker Mudashiru Obasa over multiple fraudulent allegations. Obasa was subsequently replaced by his deputy, Lasbat Miranda. Honorable Mojisola Lasbat Miranda of Apapa State Constituency, one of the Lagos State House of Assembly, is now the Speaker of the House following the impeachment of the former Speaker, Mudashiru Ajayi Obasa. Forgive me if I butchered the names. By members for gross misconduct and abuse of office. She was until she emerged as the Deputy Speaker of the House. A drive into the State House of Assembly complex shows the heavy presence of security operatives as members drive in shortly before the sitting that led to the impeachment of the former Speaker. 90% of the lawmakers were in support of his impeachment that took place today, January 13th.
Okay, that was the day before yesterday. Okay, so first, we actually discussed this yesterday, and I asked my two guests yesterday that what do they think is the major cause for the impeachment? And of course, from hearsay and talks, is that because he's at loggerheads with, of course, a particular party, and because he had to come out and show his interest for being a Lagos State governor. Okay, Mr. is already not shaking his head like, no, it's not possible. Okay, so we'd like to hear, what do you think is the major reason or cause for him to be impeached that way?
Well, I'll talk based on three caps. Number one, Right Honorable Mudashiru Ajayi Obasa is my representative in the House of Assembly. Number one. Number two, as a political analyst, that I know the dot and the coins. Then the third one, this scenario is what I've envisaged since last year. So that he wants to consent for governor is the reason, is not the reason.
Okay.
That is not even the reason. The main reason there is because of three things. Look, in Lagos State, you cannot be a speaker without the current president. At least from 1999 till date, there is no speaker of Lagos State Assembly that doesn't have the stamp
of the president.
Of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And in politics, you can be sacrificed at any time. There are some 4 major sins, and 2 of those sins cannot be forgiven, especially in Lagos politics. Number 1 is this: you can root to anybody. You can be arrogant to anybody. You don't be arrogant to GAC, Governor Advisory Council in Lagos State. If you do that and they go against you, you are going. Ambode is an example.
No matter the power you have.
No matter if a governor, a sitting governor, was asked not to go for second tenure upon all what he has done.
He has done, yes.
So it shows you that one is one. Then 2, how did you want the party leaders be happy with Obasa during the last presentation of budget in last year, and they were kept waiting for 4 hours, including the governor? And those party leaders that are still members of this GAC, they were also there. And when the session started, no apology. That one is true. The 3-1 is the speech he made.
Okay.
That speech, he had made that speech 3 times. 1, he made that speech during the consultative forums that he had in Agege with the party leaders within Agege and Ori Agege. He repeated the same speech again during that presentation of budget. Look, if you have your son as a governor, immediately becomes governor. That's it. So by the time you are saying when you become the house member, the governor was still special assistant running after the governor particular time, and he's the current governor. The second one is not willing to be governor, but if he really wants to be governor, no people that have been governor in this state are better than him, including the current president. Then the last one is the issue of alleged misappropriation, whatever. That one is on politics. All politicians can be alleged of misappropriation.
Yeah.
That one, all of them. But the one that nailed the cat is the meeting they had with the president during the Utah season. The GSC, the governor, they went to report him. He was called to come and give his side of the story. The president saw the element of arrogance in him to confirm what they've reported. And that is why I know that it's going to be the immediate past speaker. So the issue of being a governor, look, someone who cannot say he should not be governor because he won't go for 3rd tenure. Then secondly, he has a right
to show interest.
He has a right. But the thing there is this. In Lagos, if political father has made you, he can break you. That is why I pity for my brothers in Agege that went to Lagos Assembly to go and do what? To go and rescue. Although they are the apologies of the speaker. So they heard from him. And they were packed, although they've been released. But what thing there is that to go and do what? To go and stop the impeachment? Or to go and protest? Because these are political games. And that is the thing. And look, I must say, if he has done enough for Agege and Ori Agege, we will have seen a lot of residents that will have protested that particular thing. So it signifies something. And politicians, you are nobody without people. And you should be able to know you can't be a champion forever. True. Your season will go, another season will come. But because they are always want to be first on power, they want to be there forever. And that is it. I don't big deal if a speaker is impeached. You will still be a member. But I just want to see how he's going to take it. Because he's not used to that for very long time.
Okay, all right. Shokuta, what's your take about the impeachment?
I mean, to be honest, I'm not.
You're not moved.
I mean, I can even use the word I don't care.
Okay.
I'm impeaching against him. Because, how has his being speaker
benefited, yeah.
You know, in the last, the guy has been there for a long time. You know, so what benefits are we getting from him? They are a rubber stamp assembly to a large extent. I've never seen, just like in other states in Nigeria, is a scenario where the government wanted to take particular action, and then the House of Assembly said no, and they refused to endorse a law or a legislation or anything. What are they doing there? So it's all political gamesmanship for me. That does not impact the things that I'm passionate about, which is good governance and issues that concern the average of Nigeria. So good riddance to bad rubbish. I hope EFCC will pick him up. I hope that the allegations that have been made against him are true. I hope that he faces the consequences. Maybe per chance. Of course, we know that that's not going to happen. They only use those ones as the excuse they needed.
Yes, impatient.
Like Mr. Nadegero has said, he is going to continue to be in the house anyway. He will continue to collect the allowances and enjoy all of the perks of being in that house, all of the influence in his community and his constituency. What are we talking about? I don't have much to say. I think we can just okay,
all right. Let's move on to the next topic before we take any. Okay, there's a previous training video we played yesterday, but we could not play that video for long, and we really need to get to the bottom of this. Even though we had Zoom guests, but trust me, we could not get so much because our time was already fast spent. So I just want us to go into that a little bit before we go for our next topic. And this one is the Lagos State Commissioner for Tourism, Toke Benson, who got into a scuffle with a man recording her. Now, why he was recording her, we do not know. Of course, we know the actions she took afterwards. So watch this video. We'll be right back to the comment. Right, welcome back. Yes, that's the video of Lagos State Commissioner for Tourism, Toke Benson. Of course, getting a scuffle with a man recording her. I will start with Shegun. Please, what is your? Of course, this looks like a power drunk thingy, like I said yesterday, because I'm still wondering, why would someone say one should leave like it's not your house, it's a public space. So I do not understand why you're saying that. And of course, from the video, you could hear people saying that you slapped the man recording. And of course, you could see the time there was a struggle with the phone because maybe she was trying to take the phone off him. What's your take about this? And what do you think should be done, either probably to the man to know why he's recording, or to the woman who is Lagos State Tourism?
I think that this is unfortunate, but again, like we always say, it's symptomatic of issues that we have in this country where public officials forget that they are public servants. They are public servants. That woman is being paid a salary from the taxes, direct and indirect, that guy is paying in Lagos State and beyond. So, under no guise or circumstance does she have a right to tell him not to report anywhere in this country unless there is a security restriction. So there are certain places in the country, maybe certain parts of the airport, maybe a military installation, and all of that, maybe courtroom itself, you know, and all of that, where you are not allowed to record, and it's illegal, it's a law issue. Beyond that, that place looked like Alausa, like an office in Alausa, you know, the government offices in Alausa. It's a public place. It belongs to us. It belongs to us, and she's working for us. Why would I assault the guy? So for me, I don't care what the reason he was recorded. It is completely immaterial. If he felt the need to do so, there must have been a need. Why did she think she had the audacity and the temerity of the authority to say? And then the next thing you hear is, "Do you who I am?" I hate hearing that thing. Who are you? Who are you? Do you know Nigerians? Even what's more than you hear, "Do you know who I am?" Who are you? If you really ask somebody, you won't be in that situation where
you have to, do you know who I am?
Because if that guy were in the presence of Sanwo-Olu, for example, that would not happen.
Of course.
So Sanwo-Olu would not have to be saying, "Do you know who I am?" He's the governor of Lagos State. You know who he is. Who are you? So for me, that was very unfortunate. Should there be consequence? There should be consequence. Will there be consequence? I doubt it. This is Nigeria. So probably at very best, she might get a small verbal reprimand
and apologize. And she will come back and apologize.
Maybe I doubt that you will say an apology. I doubt it. I don't think that this society has grown to that level yet.
Yeah.
In other parts of the world, she's gone.
Right.
She would have to resign.
Resign from that position.
She would tender a public apology, say that she lost control, and then resign. Remember the case of the House of Reps guy in Abuja that assaulted the Uber?
Yeah.
So that kind of thing, after a lot of pressure, and the superhero, superhero that gets involved in everything, and made the thing very public, the guy had to apologize. So maybe we will begin to see that replicated across the country and across the tiers and levels of government. And hear an apology from this one, but I doubt it. I think that it's all going to be swept aside as if there's going to be an apology at all, it will probably happen in person. The guy at the end of it. But I think it's unfortunate and that our public officials should do better.
I mean, okay, so yes, I understand everything that you have said. Like, okay, she doesn't have the right to hit someone. How about if, let's use a public figure as an example, a lot of let's say public figures, they are always recorded because they are public figures. How about some of them are not in the mood to be recorded? Like most of them or some of them can be cranky. And why are you recording me? Like why?
Yeah,
so what if that's a normal mood swing or crankiness that she was feeling? Like don't record me. And she kept on saying it. But that wasn't listening.
I mean, nobody cares about your mood.
Oh really? Yes. Okay.
Because you are a public servant. The day that you take the oath of office as a commissioner, the day you are elected as a governor, the day you are elected as a House of Reps member, a House of Senate, House of Representatives, National State House of Assembly, President, the day you are picked as a minister, the day you are a Director General of any agency, you are a public official. You are a public official. You don't belong to yourself anymore. You don't have privacy. The only part of your life that is covered by some sort of privacy provisions is your family life. Something is happening with your children. And even that is mitigated.
It's even the news.
You are a public official, you send your children abroad for education. People are going to film it. You go for graduation abroad, people are going to film it. And it's going to become public. And nobody can defend you and say, he can send his children anywhere. No, you can't send your children anywhere because you are a public official. Your actions affect society. So, that thing about mood or she wasn't in the mood to be recorded, it doesn't apply. She's a public official. As long as the person was not slapping her, assaulting her, then he's well within his right and she has a duty to keep quiet and allow herself to be recorded. What she had.
I want to ask, do you think something is actually going to be, they'll do something about this that happened? Because trust me, this video is not a day or 2 days old. I just said I must use it. Because I do not understand why they're actually quiet about it.
Because of the impeachment of Obasa. So that's the reason. But one thing there that you should know is this. Majority of our public servants, they are very arrogant. In fact, some of them that are not, I won't mention the name of one of my students that I lectured. Because you are now the House of Assembly member of one particular state. We now met at an event. He wants to collect award. I want to give a speech at that event. So, courtesy demand, I met him there. But because he's an House of Assembly member, because of his seat, I left my own seat to go and meet him and greet him. And truly, he stood up and greeted me, however, and greeted me very well. So, in the course of my lecture, just to give him encomium, I talked about him, that is the House of Assembly of so state and whatever. And honestly, he happens to be my former student. I saw his face, the way he reacted. No. It's the truth.
Why did you put was my former student first before his current position?
Whatever it becomes, whether I like it or not, I have a commission there. So what is there in telling the same way as I am? I could recall, may God forgive one of my Professor Lai Osho.
He was lecturing in last. He was also in a class with some students. I didn't say because of my student. I didn't like that ego. I saw him like this. I prostrated. In fact, some people are saying, "How can you be?" I said, "Come, this one is a grandfather." I must let them know that is where I get my. And he felt somehow, but how God is going to punish him after giving award. I was asked to come and present the award to him, and I have to speak after he was spoken.
Oh wow!
And
I now told you that I'm very happy that I'm more happy than you have for taking this award because this is one of my sweat. And that is the thing. They are arrogant. Look, do you know that you can turn that thing to melodrama? Immediately the guy was like, "Why are you videoing me? Okay, if you want to video me very well." You know that the guy will have busted and will have.
I want to end the video.
How can you say, let the person take it out?
Yeah.
You understand now? But what you see, I did. Then another thing again is that, do you know that if the guy has slapped Benson, it will not that thing again.
Of course, it has been on the news.
So,
Of course.
I think she needs to be more dragged for her to apologize to that guy. It's very, very important. Look, we didn't say they should send her to prison. That's not what we want. Ordinary apology will go a long way. What is there? Then all of them, what is saying? Do you know who I am? Who are you? 2 eyes, 2 ears, 1 mouth, 2-legged nose, 1 head, 2 legs. What is different about you? Because you are a commissioner.
Red blood.
The commissioner that 18 years is already commissioner in Kwara State. Is that is true? So one thing there is our politicians, when they are in a position, they always think they are the best. They only think they are better than the rest. And by the time they put it in hierarchy, there are a lot of Lagosians that are more, in fact, they have more brain than all of them. But because they always want to show, because I'm in this position, and how many of them, how did they get to that position? And that is the thing. But one thing for me is this, I give it to that guy, he still maintain his He did touch her. You understand now? I didn't fight back. And I thank those people around that guy. The way they stood for him. I really love it. And that is how we should be standing for ourselves. We may be poor, but for the fact that we are poor does not mean we don't have sense. So that is one thing. Another thing again is that I always, maybe because I'm poor. Some people say that I should not be saying I'm poor. I just want to know how you are going to be a politician. You talk at me and I will not reply. I want to know. Because one thing there is that I know a particular politician that is even doing well that told me that in one occasion that we are doing this so that somebody like Mr. Adegbero will not say we did not do anything. Even he said that. And also it's not that I'm saying you people did not do anything. You are not doing enough. Even I was telling him and he said, Mr. Adegbero, and that is the thing, because you are our servants. Starting from the president down to the last corporal in government, they are our servants. If you have applied, either you are appointed or you are elected, you are the servant of all of us. Either you take it because your food, your clothing, your fuel, everything is from us. So automatically you are our servant.
But what they were suffering?
We can be suffering. So for this kind of thing, we should let them know that they are our servants. They won't be happy, but whether they like it or not, they are our servants.
Okay, well, that being said, at least like we said, I really don't want this video to just go. So something actually has to be done because trust me, and I don't know why. I've seen amazing women that have taken great positions and they did it fabulously well. They didn't even have to show the power drunk thing, but it needs to change this narrative whereby people always believe that when women are placed in the position of leadership, they overdo it.
No, it's not because she's a female.
It's not a gender thing.
It's not a gender thing. You see all these politicians. I know a particular governor, a local government chairman. Although he will soon go in the next few months now, and I'm still waiting between now and June when he's going to go. I've told him, even when you are in power, you cannot even catch me. Talk less of when you are out of power. Now, one-on-one, you cannot even catch me. And I'm still waiting for his police. Maybe that police will take it from heaven because I condemn him. And I will continue condemning him. Look, all of them, it's not about somebody is a female, somebody is a male. You see all of them. That's why you see them. If you are a person, it goes to all of us too. You do go to your village. You do send some things home for your people, some friends in village. you are trying to plan for your retirement. Because when you leave this Lagos, you go back to those people are the ones you are going to sit down under the tree. So the same politician that feel big now, whether you like it, first tenor, second tenor, you will still go back. You will not go back. You will not still go to the same Amala joint.
Just a small rejoinder of half of the 1% public officials that are humble.
Yes,
fantastic.
It's true. Yeah,
I know one or two of them. Amazing.
No, there are some of them
when they get into public office, they remain who they are. They don't change their phone number.
Yes,
I know one or two.
There are some like that. There are some of that.
So on behalf of that small percentage, it's not all of them.
It's not all of them. But the majority of them. But that's true. There are some certain people. I know some certain people that they are in high place that when you call them, even when they didn't have chance, they will text you. I will call you back. Wow. They are few. Those ones are the ones that are well taught at home, and they did not allow their position to get into the majority of them.
Okay, let's move to the next topic because of this one has already taken our time. Let's talk about Oyo government who has filed a murder charge against Ooni's ex-wife and 2 old persons. The Oyo state government has initiated a fresh suit against the former wife of Ooni of Ife, Olori Prophetess Naomi, the proprietor of an Ibadan-based radio station, Alhaji Oriyomi Hamzat, and the principal of Islamic High School, Bashoru Ibadan, Mr. Abdullahi Fatai. Okay, Fasasi rather. The Oyo State government has listed them as the complainants, while the Queen, Hamzat, and Babatunde are named as defendants. And of course, the 18-count charges related to conspiracy to commit a felony, namely murder, manslaughter, conspiracy to commit an offense, criminal negligence, and criminal negligence and another criminal negligence. Now, in the charge sheet, the prosecution listed the names and details of 14 out of the reported 5 victims of the stampede. Now, the charge also stated that the suspects did conspire together to commit a felony, namely criminal negligence, and thereby committed an offense contrary and punishable under the law. Now, the update is the Oyo State sitting at the Oyo State High Court granted bail to the ex-queen of the Ife Naomi, and of course the bail applied to the Ibadan media personality also and the principal. Now, presiding over the court, Justice KB Olawoyin gave the ruling following a bail application filed by the council for the trial, and of course they gave 5 conditions for the bail, including 10 million naira and 2 sureties who must submit landed documents within the court jurisdiction. Of course, right now Hamzat is already out because he was able to meet the bail condition, but for Naomi and the principal, we've not heard any update to that.
They be out because the justice really gave a lenient bail condition, maybe because of the activities of maybe they've not been found wanting before. False offenders. Then the personality of Oriyomi and Naomi also is another thing. Because it's a case that is in court. I will not talk about the merits. But one thing that is so certain there is this. Yoruba used to say, "Ikaluma rujo, ikakolumada." You can be biased when you charge people to court. But the judge may not be biased when he's giving his judgment. One thing there is that it's open to a lot of judicial interpretation when it gets to court. But one thing there is this. If the government of Oyo State is pursuing this as a voice of the voiceless, I stand with him. But if pursuing this for political reasons, at the end of the day, he may not get the answer that he's looking for.
But a lot of people believe that he's actually doing this because, like, from
you can't really say. But one thing that is because, as of today, Oriyomi is not a politician. He's a journalist. Yeah. And he's a strong supporter of the governor during second tenure. When he wanted to be re-elected. But one thing that is there is this. People have died. Yes. It is important that we have to talk about those people that have died. So going to court as the voice of the voiceless, I totally stay with him. But a situation in which for political reasons, he may not get the answer he wants to get. But one thing there is that I love the way they are being charged with. But what I don't like is that All other replica issues that happen in other
Other
states,
states, exactly.
nobody has gone to court. So that is the dynamism of how people are looking at it. But one thing that is so certain is there. Let the trial begins. Let's see the openings. And if any one of them is found wanting, let them face the law. I'm a kind of person that believes that if you want this country, irrespective of who is involved, let the case, because those children that died, they also come to this world to become something in life. They are also have blood running through their veins. So what is important is that they need to. But if it's for political reasons, then the governor may not see what he really wants at the end of the day, because the justification of charging them to court will be asked, because he who asserts must prove in the court of law. But for me, because of the merit of that case, how the incident happened, it's open to everybody. What has really happened, it's open to everybody. But I can tell you, it's a long road to justice.
Okay, Shobito, what's your take? And also, I want to ask that a lot of people, even just Atike Jalausa here, there was a time they wanted to, feed some certain people. Some persons did not even go out, they left them. Now, I'm not trying to say what the court is doing or the other government is doing is wrong, no. But I'm only trying to say that at first they came with the statement of the police and the security personnel and were not involved. But after so much investigation, they found out they were involved, they knew about it. So now the question other people are asking is, yes, fine, we know children died and something has to be done about that. But honestly, a lot of people are like, is it really their fault? Is that what the Oyo State government is supposed to be doing?
So I think, I'm conflicted on this matter because, like you said, people died. And they do have the responsibility under the law to protect the people that they brought. So I understand them needing to face consequences. But on the other hand, and this is where the question that you asked now comes to me. First of all, what were they doing? They were trying to do good.
Yeah.
As a result of the pain and hunger in the country. And as a result of the pain and hunger in the country, the desperation that people now exhibit when it comes to receiving handouts and food. This thing went out of control.
Yeah.
According to the stories, if they are right, the event was supposed to start at 9. This stampede occurred before the starting time.
Yes, yeah.
That is correct.
If that is the case, how much culpability do they have? Because I am not in control and in charge of that place until I've taken and my data started. And then if we also hear that the police were invited,
in fact, there is a
letter to that effect. Yeah.
Why are they being scapegoated? Because it may be some sort of a populist thing going on. I don't know what it is. But I'm not particularly happy that this lady spent Christmas and New Year in the Why? She was trying to do good. So I would have thought you arrest them because they have obligation under the law to prove their innocence. You arrest them, give them bail, let them go. Then charge them to court and then start the case. I don't have a problem, like I said, I don't have a problem with the case. I think the case should go on. And I'm absolutely certain. By the way, I'm not under the sub judice thing, I'm here. And so I can talk about it, I can talk about the very I don't need to be a lawyer. I don't need to be a son that I respect. And he said that the Nigerian society has taken that concept beyond the original intent of that sub judice thing. I am not can talk around this to the case. I'm not trying the case. I'm not part of the victims of the parties, whether defendant or not. I can talk about it. Yeah, has zero effect on the final judgment. So I will talk. As far as I'm concerned, I see this as injustice. I think that this woman is being victimized. I think she shouldn't have been treated the way she did, even though she has a responsibility. But I think that she did almost enough of her responsibility. She did. So why is she being punished? However, in fact, I think that the people that should be held responsible for this is the public officials. The government, first of all, what are the rules and procedures and protocols? For publicized, for public gatherings. We don't have such a protocol. In the UK, there is a law, Public Order Act. That Public Order Act is designed to compel people that are gathering a number of people to follow a certain number of steps to protect
the
in Nigeria, Public Order Act is to prevent protests.
Yeah, that's the only thing. That's the only time. Before they even get there, you will have seen
it. I remember the immigration stampede in 2014. The person that it happened to is in the Senate. Minister that was responsible for the death of 7 Nigerians and the injury, very grievous injury, is in the Senate today. What are we talking about? And then we now carry Oriyomi and put them in prison. She's not a poor person, so I don't understand why this thing is happening to her. But I'm sure one thing I'm certain of is that she will not be convicted. She's going to be discharged. And I think the example they wanted to make of her, for whatever reason, they will succeed with that and she'll go home. But I don't think, I think this is a sledgehammer to kill it.
To kill it live.
Should have been refunded, should have faced some consequence, and should have been let go.
Okay, all right. We need to take a training video before we go. Our time is already fast spent, and this is just to see what. Of course, we know Omoyele and his ways are very amazing. This what happened between Omoyele and a police officer. Of course, conducting a stop and search along the airport road in Lagos. So let's go watch that one right there. All right. Well, like I said, Omoyele is always, at a point, even just recently when he was in the States, and somebody asked him a question, what do you think about what's going on? He says, if Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa cannot say together, let them just split. And I was like, where is this man again exactly? Like, the way he thinks is just different. But very quickly, what's your reaction to this video?
For me, one thing there is this. As much as I love his activism, I love it. But we shouldn't say because we are doing activism, we should not go against the rule of the country. It's not the rule of the police, it's the rule of the country. If you are asked to pack, you have to pack.
That checkpoint is illegal.
No, you can only say illegal.
That is illegal.
No, I'm coming. We can only say a checkpoint is illegal only if you prove it. Look. At times, I've seen what all these kind of checkpoints are, the successes it has brought.
Okay, yeah.
So you can't say because they pack. And one thing there again is this: our police officers may have their own diesel whatever, but I've seen what he has done. I have seen a situation where guns are being recovered through all these checking points. The same Abattoir police station. It's not that they told me I saw it. I've seen where cocaine, where drugs are being retrieved. In front of that Abattoir police station. So it has, but at the same time, nobody is bigger than the law of the country. And we cannot guide our rule of law. What Showore is attacking politicians of not following the rules is what he wants to be doing. One thing there is this: he needs to follow the law, irrespective of that.
All right. Sherry, what's your? I know you disagree.
Look, let me tell you, the commissioner, the inspector general of police, has said it repeatedly. Every IGP that takes office, the first thing that will announce
inside the police act. Checkpoints part of the police act. As a law.
The IGP says no checkpoint.
No, it's not his own word. It's not the law
now. The law, what the law requires. This thing is barbaric and it should stop. It's nonsense. We are traumatizing Nigerians. The average Nigerian, your papers are complete. You are not breaking any law. You don't have gun or cocaine in your car. You don't have the head of a human being in your car. As you sight the police in front of you, your blood pressure goes up. You just feel tension because of the experience we have had. Look, the police are duty bound to set up checkpoints for specific purposes. If you are looking for an armed robber, there's something just happened.
Maybe
hold on the place up. Or you are looking for a particular car or something, you can set up checkpoints. What our police in Nigeria do is that they will just show up out of the blues. They just appear like spirits. They will stay in the same section of the road for 15 minutes. 20 minutes only. They will never stay more than that. I always tell my wife, just watch. By the time I come back, you won't see them. Because they know it's illegal. They will just come there, collect as much money as they can collect, and disappear to the wind again. That's why Showore was saying what he was saying to them. Support it fully. I wouldn't have done that because I don't get my for God. I know Showore is another spirit. It's on its own. It's not that the policeman, the officer, well done. greet them, I'll play with them, and I'll go. But
Oh my
I
word.
was trying to prove a point.
Yeah.
I agree with that point completely. And you see what police will normally do when
Mm.
they're informed. When they stop you like that, they'll say, sorry, we're on operation.
Mm.
They will explain why
Why
they're
yeah.
So
Which is a very normal thing to do.
Start saying, well, but
But on the IG saying no checkpoint is his own words, is not the in the police. No, it's not his own, it's not the law. In the police act, is there. But the only thing there is that yes, that specific purpose is going to be
money.
no, it's going to be defined by anybody that put them there.
Okay.
So that is the thing. If you are on checkpoint, you saw police. Back if you don't have anything, go back.
See, man.
Put on your especially beside the bush.
Be polite, be friendly, smile, attend to them. If they want, go your way. Everybody's watching when you will not need to be.
Exactly.
Okay, as we are for this program, for the young person, thank you so much, Abios. Thank you, Shebu, for coming on the show. Thank you, Nurudin, for coming on the show. It was an amazing one today. In fact, I've laughed out my tummy today. Quickly sign up for the young person.
Thank you so much for watching. And thank you so much. Beautiful and amazing. That's a beautiful.
Who is walking?
Thank you so much for staying here with us. We'll see you again tomorrow, same time, same host, and same focus. Bye for now.
All right, and that's it for today. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.